Hello and welcome to episode 30 of series 4 of Master League Story Mode. It is New Year's Eve in Clermont and Corinne Diacre will be preparing, I'm sure, for the opening of the January transfer window. We want to get some players lined up. Let's remind ourselves where we are. I'm not too hopeful about some of these. I don't know. We've got Cornet out on the wing from Lyon. He'd be decent. He's got the pace we want in that right wing position. I'm not sure whether that's going to go through. We've got Unal as an option, a very good option. A very good young option as well. Potential Dory replacement. We might come back to that. And then we've got Jeremy Menez. I'm not sure. It's not a long-term thing, but maybe we don't need a long-term thing. He's got a lot of the attributes you'd like to see. He's very, very weak, but he's pretty quick. Pretty good strength on the ball. I wouldn't turn him down. But we do have a long way to go in the transfer window, so I'm not too concerned yet. So as you'll remember, we do have Passetto on the transfer list. I'm going to put Ivy on there as well. I know a lot of you like Ivy Lopez, but, you know, if we have to sell someone, it's going to be Ivy or Passetto. Because we're still not happy with their roles in the team, really. They're not really the centre forwards we want in the left and central position, and they're not the quick winger that we want on the right. They're a little bit in between. They're both good squad players who we would like to keep, but they're worth too much for us to keep both. And we'll probably have to sell one to finance, hopefully, a new winger. So I put out a question in the last episode asking you for any linked players, having explained the transfer rules. And one of the patrons, Matt, he came back with a good list of a few teams. And I'm going to get into them now. But actually now I remember, just a little update on Patreon. We're up to $70 now. We're so close to that $100 target. Once we get there, alongside all of the great content that you're already getting. Is that big-headed calling it great? No, I'll back myself. But anyway, alongside that content, you're going to have 2 live streams. And they are going to be really, really exciting. There's a, I might even tell you at some point before we get to the $100 what the plan is for those live streams. But basically, it's going to be really, really cool. But anyway, with that crypticness out of the way, let's go and have a look at some. We've got 3 linked teams to look at. And the route that Matt used to get to these teams is looking at players that had played under Corinne at Clermont previously and moved to other teams. That gives us a link to that team within the 6 degrees of Sherwood rules. So as ever, we have to go in and we have to make sure they're not over 77 rated. That's where Passetto is our highest rated. And that's all we need to do. And the first one is a team that we're actually playing today. It's Bordeaux. Yep, there's a player called Gaëtan Laborde who moved there, used to play under Corinne at Clermont. So that gives us Bordeaux. So we'll go and see if there's anyone in there that takes our fancy. Oh, they've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Oh my God, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Ruby, 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 Ruby. You'll all remember from the last series. He's not great in this, is he? He's 71 overall rated. He's pretty good. I mean, we've got to put him on the list at least. Now we can actually sign him. It's got to be tempting. He's 21 years old. He gets really, really good. We know that much. I don't know if his stats are quite as good as they were. But he's strong, mobile, central midfield player. He'd be great. How much is he worth? 4 million. Oh, I mean, maybe we do have to put a bit. But anyway, let's go up and look at the highest rated players available. Jonathan Cafu, a right winger. He's 27 years old. Let's have a look at the stats. Ooh, interesting. Decent passer, good dribbler. Attacking prowess is high. You can finish. 86 speed, 86 explosive power. That's what we were after. And he's very strong on the ball as well. He's not young. But could he be a short-term option for us to give us that pace down the right wing? I think he might be. We'll put a bid in for him as well. Put him on the list. What's this guy? Gadget. Decent looking right back. Yeah, he's pretty solid. We don't really need a right back at the moment. We'll put him on the list so as we don't forget him. Anyone else in here taking our fancy? Mendy, a big old target man. 24 years old. No, nothing there. But hey, pretty happy with that. Loftus-Cheek as an option because he's obviously moved from Palace to Bordeaux. And Jonathan Cafu, interesting. He had 1 chance of signing, and that's pretty good compared to a lot of the ones that have come up. So the second team is Stade Rennais, and they have a player called Adrien Huneau, who played under Corinne at Clermont. You're getting the picture now. See what they've got. A lot of players that we don't look like we'd be able to sign. We did look at Sarr. He'd be excellent as well. He's not quite as quick. He's not as good a passer as well as Jonathan Cafu, but he's only 20 years old. We'll add him to the list. That's a decent one. Traore right back. No, not really interested there. Koulibaly, he's a good centre-back. Strong, 22 years old. Don't really need them at the moment. Don't really need them. A lot of you have mentioned we maybe need a new keeper, but I'm happy with the Bernardon. Don't think we're going to be changing him. And then finally we have Cayenne, where Jordan and Colo plays. That's the link for that one. Let's go and have a look and see what they've got. Oh, this guy, 77 rated central midfielder who we got 1 chance of signing. That's interesting. He's only 22 years old as well. He's a big guy. Great passer. Strong on the ball, strong. I like the look of this guy. We've definitely got to put him on the list. We don't need a central midfielder at the moment. That's not the priority, but maybe we can move things around. You never know. A couple of wingers here. Rodelin. No, he's a bit slow for my liking. Anchorman we don't need. Basile. Not that quick. Santini. Proper target man, this guy. Look at that. Slow as all hell, but he's got the strength of an ox. He's actually got a pretty good jump. 86 header as well. How old is he? He's 29 years old. He might be another option. How much is he worth? 7 million. It's a lot of money for him. We'll put him on the list. He's interesting anyway. So there we go. Some good options. We'll put a bid in for Jonathan Cafu. 77 rated. We can still sign him. He's right on the cusp of what we can sign. And I think he might be a really good option. He's got speeding bullet, amazing run as you'd imagine. A couple of player skills as well. He's definitely better than Cornet. He's quicker. And he's better than Menez as well. Right. So before we get into the first game, just to confirm, we're not going anywhere. Corinne did have a decent offer from Leon, but it's not going to be enough for now. Not with this great group of players. We really feel like we can achieve something. And there we go, Team of the Month, and Wellington Nem makes it in. He has been on fire. So we're into January now. The transfer window is open. We've got some contract renewals to look at. And Cornet and Menez have both accepted. That's interesting. That's a good start. A strong start to the window. Didn't really think they'd go through. Worth going have a look at them though. So, what are they after? Cornet, 14 million. I mean, he is 23 years old. He's left-footed. We probably would have preferred a right-footed player, but he's decent. Good pass. I mean, Cafu's a much better player. Let's see if there's any leeway on this. Not really. We might be able to knock 1 million off. I'm not too excited about him, but it'd be a good option. Jeremy Menez, 7 million from Inter. That's pretty good value, to be honest. He's not got many seasons left in him, but his stats are still really good for his age, and he's got all of those player skills as well. He might add an important bit of experience to this side, to this young side. Well, definitely one to consider. Looking at our team, we've got Mathew. Okay, he's after a contract renewal. That's interesting. He wants an extra 400,000 salary. That's a lot. And he wants an 8 million release fee as well. There was that central midfielder. Maybe if we could sell him. We've had a 5 million bid. That's never going to be enough to sign that central midfielder. But I know I wouldn't rule out selling him if he's going to be difficult. So we could get 5 million for him. Maybe we should put a bid in for that central midfielder. We could quickly solve this issue of Masawema wanting loads of money by massively upgrading him with Yait Ben Assa, who's a much better player. Yeah, we'll put a bid in for him then. And then we're sort of tied up on bids at the moment, but we've made a good start. Oh, negotiations for Jonathan Cafu have broken down. Well, depending on whether or not there are other teams in for him, we can just go back in for him again. That does seem to be quite useful. That does tend to work pretty well, but it really depends on whether there's any other side. There are other sides in for him. That could make that difficult, nay, impossible. I'll have to go back in for him straight away, but that one might be dead in the water at the moment. That's unfortunate. I really like the look of him. Really like the look of him. It's never really worth continuing negotiations. Or do we come out of this and try and put a bid? He's pretty old, I mean, but he is the right one. I think he's the right person for what we want. Now I'm going to let that go and then hopefully go back in. Scouts come back as well. Let's see if we've got anything here. Juan Iturbe, I mean, I know that's a free transfer and Vargas is going to be too much for us. It's unfortunate. Right, so let's get into the first game of the episode. It's a home game against Bordeaux. They're actually in 12th at the moment, so they're not doing very well. They've got Arsenal target Malcolm out on the right wing. Hopefully by the time we watch this video, that will have all been signed, sealed, delivered, because I really would like to see him at Arsenal, or anyone at Arsenal, really. Front three today. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about this front three. Who do we put in? We're not putting Karamo in on downward arrow, so it's going to be Kayalapu coming in, Passetto on the bench, and Cham on a downward arrow. I mean, he's pretty much nailed on, regardless of form. But Ruben Duarte on a downward arrow, well, that allows us to put Saavedra in, who's normally pretty dependable. Other than that, I think we stick with it. And can Wellington Nem continue his great form? Well, he has been blistering. Many comparing him to Messi. Many assuming that Barcelona will be in for him soon. Those things are all very, very possible and true, probably. Right, let's get into it. So as we've seen, Corinne Diacre is looking to bolster her side in January. We've had an incredible start to the season. I don't think anyone expected us to be in 7th spot in the new year. And we're looking like we can beat pretty much any team. And there's just a few little tweaks that Corinne wants to make. She wants a bit of pace on that right wing. And it may well be that we get rid of Masawema, who's being a bit of a shit around the contracts. But other than that, we've got a great side. So if we can add quality, then we are laughing. Decore into Incham. He's found a little bit of space here. Away from Kamano into Doolin. Back into Incham. Into Wellington Nem. And he's taken out their edge of the box. Wellington Nem, they're so frightened of him. Everyone is frightened of Wellington Nem these days. They know how dangerous he is on the ball. And that was a preemptive challenge there. Just outside the box. And it will be a free kick here. Great time for Ivy Lopez to get his first. In the Clermont shirt. We've really struggled when it comes to free kicks. Ivy Lopez over this one. It's over the wall. It's off the post. You're kidding. That was so close. Thought that was it. Thought that was going to be the one. Bordeaux looking to build something for the first time here. Sankare. Easy interception for Ivy Lopez. Ball into Wellington Nem. Koyalapu into Dory. Dory's going to look to hold this one up. Looking for options here. He's got the overlapping run of Saavedra. Saavedra goes near post looking for Koyalapu. He'll jump with Vesterman. Nem, great strength. Back inside. Wellington Nem curls it. Whoa! He has got so much confidence at the moment. And he just looks like every time he gets to the ball, he's going to do something. Lovely strength. Turns away. Back inside. Just couldn't quite curl it in. But every time he gets the ball, the Clermont fans are off their seats. On their feet, and there is expectation every time the little magician is on the ball. Oh, danger here. Malcolm edge of the box gets the shot away, just wide. Bordeaux with a spell of pressure here. So it's half-time here in Clermont, and we started well. Wellington Nem, a couple of good chances. Bordeaux definitely played their way back into the game. But neither side's really been firing on all cylinders yet. I think we're going to need to see a little bit more in the second half, especially from Ivy Lopez, who is on a blue, but yet to really get involved. Laborde, shoulder to shoulder with Incham. Comes away with it. Now Larager. Out to Kamano. Oh, good ball in. Oh, no. Decore's made a meal of that. We've come away with that, and that's a dangerous pass from Alcibiade. Somehow we got away with that there. And now we can look to bring the ball forward with Incham. Steps away and finds Koyalapu. He can slip it through now into Dorrit. What the hell was that? Interesting ball around the corner. In a way, it was quite a good one. That's not a good one, though, from Dorrit. Oh. Koyalapu, that was not the ball we needed. It was fancy, but it's not the one we wanted. Zagadou, strength. Nem into Koyalapu. Dory, can he find it into Koyalapu? No, they're not quite linking up yet. Not quite found that partnership. Now Nem. Bit of space to run into here. This is where we like him. Steps away from Tulalan. It's exactly what we expect from him. That's not a good ball, though. Ah! Dory having not a great game today, to be honest. His link-up play has been poor. Now in Cham. Ah! Oh, it's fallen. And Cham into Ivy Lopez. Left foot effort. Oh! Ivy finally in the goals again. He scored, what was it, maybe his first or second game. We just haven't seen enough from him in terms of goals, but that was a great run. In from the right-hand side. And Cham got the ball back well. We had men flooding forward. And he intercepted there. And it's a good run, good ball in. And he kept it low, kept it hard. Was it through the legs of the keeper? I'm not sure. But we really needed a goal here because this game was hanging in the balance. It felt like Bordeaux at any time could easily strike a goal of their own. But Ivy just did the simple things. Kept it hard, kept it low. Keeper couldn't get down. And yeah, a much needed goal. Good passing here from Bordeaux. Looking to get straight back into this. Larager into Laborde. It's not a bad ball in. Laborde with a lovely header. Oh my God, straight back at us. How did that happen? Maybe just took their eye off the ball for a second. I don't know. Good ball over the top. Zagadou caught out. Laborde with a great looping header. Oh dear. Well, back to the drawing board then. Dory. Oh, he's fouled there, surely. And we will be pulled back for a free kick here. Another opportunity for Ivy Lopez. Dory has been cumbersome today. He's really felt not the man that we've... So Ivy Lopez, he hit the post in the first half. Can we get this one on target? Can he get it up and over this Bordeaux wall? He can! Oh! Oh, I thought that was in. Oh, God. I really thought that was in there. Just over the bar. Ah. Oh, Laborde does turn. It's the shot in Alcibiade. Strong challenge. Jonathan Cafu on now. The player that we're looking to sign. Malero, first time ball into the substitute Jan Caramo. Put it wide now into the other substitute, Passetto. Is there a final chance in this game? For Clermont. Passetto, good running. Into Koyalapu. He'll turn, looks to... Oh, another touch! One more touch would have done it! Oh, panic there. Great running from Passetto. Koyalapu let us down when we needed him most. Oh, that was a lovely counter-attack as well. Ah, damn it! Well, I think we should have won that. I don't think there's any other way of looking at this game. Koyalapu at the end there, that was inexperience. He tried to shoot, he had the space and time to take another touch. Well, the possession was pretty equal, but we had more shots, more chances. Dory was poor in this one. Ivy Lopez got his goal eventually. Passetto, amazingly, looked really good in the last 10 minutes coming on. But yeah, just lacking something. I don't know. Some people saying hashtag Dory out. Is it really time for that? Do we look to bring in Unal? I don't know. So 1-1. That's not going to help us. We stay only a point now behind Lille, but that could have put us up into the Europa League spots for the first time. But yeah, I mean, as long as we're not losing games, we're doing all right. We've actually got a good record in terms of losses. 7 draws, though, starting to look a little bit concerning. But no, what am I talking about? We're a newly promoted side. We'll take draws all day. So Ike Benassa has broken down. I'm not sure about that Masawema deal then, whether that's going to go through. We're going to go back in for Jonathan Cafu if he hasn't been sold already. Fingers crossed. Oh, he's gone. He's gone to Guingamp as well. Oh, for crying out loud, Jonathan. That's annoying. We really wanted him. So Cornet we've got as an option. At least Benassa hasn't gone anywhere. That's good. Let's take another look at Cornet. I mean, yeah, he's quick. He's not a great passer. He's got good ball control, good dribbling. I mean, he sort of is what we want, but 84, it's not in G, 92 and 87 speed. We'd love Clinton in G, of course we would. There is also this guy, Diaz. And as Dory is starting to feel a bit stale, the idea of getting this guy in is quite exciting. He is an exciting looking player. 26 years old, from the Dominican Republic. He's quick, he is strong. He's got a great jump, great header. He's not a target man in the traditional sense, but, I mean, he looks quality. So Diaz has broken down as well. Again, it all comes down to whether or not another team's going to buy him. If they do, then we're not getting him. If there's so there's no one else in contact, so we may well be able to go back in for him. I guess we'd probably want to sell Dory. Is it worth putting him on the transfer list? How much is he worth? He's only worth 3 million. We've got teams interested in Passetto and Ivy Lopez. They're our big money players. They're the ones we can drain a bit of cash out of to maybe make some new signings. I'm feeling a little bit flat at the moment. Some of these players just not exciting me as they were. Although salary could also be an issue because Unal wants a lot of money. I really like the look of Diaz. I really like the look of him. 26 years old. His finishing's not amazing, but his speed and kicking power, explosive power really excites me. And obviously we do have Menez as well for 7 million, which would be great. We could sell Masawema and bring him in straight away without having to make any other sales. Okay, so the first offer for Passetto is in. Benassa and Diaz, those negotiations still taking their time. I mean, I'm not giving up on them yet, assuming they don't go anywhere else. And the scout is back as well, so let's go and take a look at this. So unfortunately, Benassa has got more teams in for him. Diaz still doesn't, so likely we might struggle to get Benassa. The Moroccan would be great. We'll go back in here. It never works like this. It never works. Let's take a look and see how much Passetto is potentially going to bring in. 13 million from Recife. Well, I mean, that could fund Cornet or another similar type player. But I mean, Passetto's not that much slower than Cornet. That's the thing. We wanted blistering pace. I just don't think Cornet is that blistering pace. Let's see if we can get any more money from him. No, it doesn't look like it. Probably not worth it. I mean, let's take another look at Cornet. I mean, 84. It's just not the pace we wanted. I mean, Menez is as quick pretty much. We want blistering, and that's not blistering. We need blistering. Hopefully there's something blistering here. Oh no, 279 rated players as well. Once again, outside of our price range. Whelan, he'd be pretty good. He'd be very good actually. He's got some good all-round stats, good finisher as well, but not the right one, unfortunately. And Orellana, neither is he. Okay. So, into the second game, and it is the second leg of the Rat Derby. Yes, indeed. Oh, Newell's old boys are trying to attract Wellington name back to Brazil. Or is that Argentina? I think that's Argentina. I don't know. Back to South America. Anyway, that's not happening. The Warrior is staying where he is. Absolutely. So imagine how things have changed since the first game of the season when we went up for the first leg of the Rat Derby in Clermont. Frank Honorat got an absolute pasting. But even at that time, Nancy must have been thinking, you know, they'd nicked one of our best players from under our noses. And they were going to be the side that would definitely stay up. Well, they're in 16th now. They have actually battled back up from last place. So they're doing a little bit better now. But we're definitely going to want to beat them again. There's no two ways about that. Doolin on a sideways arrow. I think we'll bring in Masawema today. We haven't played him much. Pasetto, he could well be going out, but we'll play him over Ivy Lopez on a sideways arrow. And then we'll stick with Caramo and Dorry. Dorry's not been in great form recently. He has been getting a few cheeky goals, a few tap-ins, but he's felt cumbersome. He's just not felt like the player that he was last season for me. I don't know whether it is time to maybe upgrade or go with something younger. So I've not checked actually how many goals Frank Honorat scored this season, but it's safe to say that it was nowhere near as many as he scored for us at Clermont. And yeah, they've been struggling, Nancy. Although they have had a little run of form, so we don't want to be caught out by them. And we are on their home turf today. But yeah, a win today would be so sweet. And we need it as well. We don't want another loss. Wellington Nem gets the armband today with Doolin out. And I think he deserves it with the way he's been playing. He's been leading by example. And a goal today would be so sweet for him. Oh, good passing here from Nancy. Looking confident so far. And Cham almost wins that back, but then slips. Very wet conditions here in Nancy. It's flighted in. Decore, good header. But Honorat will get there. Oh no, Pedretti. Oh, good effort. Decore, good clearance, but still not cleared. Into Hadji now. Pedretti flights it into Hadji again. The effort comes in. Great save there by Bernardoni, but that was worrying there. Can we hit him on the break now, though? Oh, Nem away from Pedretti. Then he'll flight it in, looking for Jan Caramo. Caramo battles. Oh, couldn't quite come away with it. This has been a great game so far. End-to-end stuff. Here is Honorat. Travelling fans with the boos. He does find the ball out. And now Pedretti, good ball into Hadji. He's got away from his man. Oh, Bernardoni forced into another save. Nancy have got us on the ropes here already. Masawema can't get the challenge in. And Cham can't either. They keep it moving here. Half-time nearly upon us. Oh, Pasetto, great challenge. And that is going to be half-time here in Nancy. And we have been under the thumb. This has been so difficult. 60% possession from Nancy. They've clearly got a game plan to keep possession, and they've done it very well. We are struggling here. Things could only be worse if Frank Honorat had scored. And we're yet to get a big tackle in on him as well. Masawema's given it a try a couple of times with Doolin out of the side. But we need to do a lot better in this second half. I think we said that in the last game, and that didn't happen either. We're in a bit of a difficult run at the moment, it feels like. Come on. Ball out to Pasetto is a good one. He steps inside. Low ball in, looking for... Oh, what happened there? He didn't even touch it. What? How? Oh, it just came off him. We were looking for Masawema at the far post. That is unfortunate. It's a great run from Pasetto. First good bit of play from him in this game. Oh, Masawema should get to this one easily. That's a really poor goal kick. Now Masawema. Still Masawema. What's he going to do with this? Chips it into Wellington Nem. Still could fall to Nem here. Pokes it with the left. What a save that is from the Nancy keeper. Masawema pounced on a poor clearance. Didn't quite know what to do with it here. Tried to just chip it into Nem. He just about managed to pinball through. And the shot comes in, and that is an incredible save from behind the keeper as well. Come on, let's keep this pressure on. Short ball into Incham. Looking for options here. Goes out to Pasetto. Into Dorry. Pasetto now into the box. Oh, nearly gets the shot away. Oh, Pasetto through! Oh, God! Well, we are just forcing our way through this Nancy defence. And I thought that was going to be the goal for Pasetto. The golden goose. Oh, it's just... battering rammed his way through. Another great save and another corner here. Duarte into Incham. Finds Dorry. He'll turn. No. Yes, Incham. That's who he wanted to get that. Ball into Nem with the right foot. Oh, what a challenge that is. What a ball it was from Olivier Incham. The build-up was pretty good, really. Dorry held it up. Ball into Incham. Great run from Wellington Nem. Found the space. Stayed on side. More great defending. Well, we've come out in the second half looking really strong. Can we seal it with a goal, though? So one change here in the 73rd minute. It's Caramo off. Ivy Lopez on. Scored in the last game. Zagadou will get to this one. No, Bernardoni punches away. It's going to go back to Marchetti, though. To Clermont. Oh, lovely ball into Pedretti. Shot comes in. Bernardoni with a great save. Oh, there's been some great goalkeeping performances at both ends of the pitch. On to Ross. Oh, it does Alcibiade. Danger here. Lovely ball in from Honorat. Back out to Ontiveros. Oh, this is bad. Oh, good tackle from Passetto. Dory can't get to it. Oh, no. Not Honorat. No! Oh, for God's sake. Bernardoni with another great save. Honorat could have made this the worst day of all time. Lots of corners. 81 minutes gone. Honorat is off. At least we're not going to have that happen to us. Decore heads away. Doesn't clear it, though. Marchetti, good ball in. Oh, what a save. Absolutely incredible save there. Dory back to Masawema. Steps away. Good running here from Masawema. Running out of space. Ball into Nem. Back out to Duarte. Over the top looking for Masawema. Oh, lovely first touch. Duarte can put it in now. Lopez looks for the header back to Dory. Doesn't find it. Dory out to Lopez. What are you doing, Dory? Out to Passetto. Ball in looking for Dory. Oh, Dory jumps for it. It's going to be out for a corner here. Last chance. Everyone up. Come on. And Cham over this one. Last chance saloon here. Oh, the Bernardon is up. Everyone's in there. Got to get this corner right. And Cham. Passetto's there with the header. Out to Wellington Nem. It's going to look to curl it. Oh, no. Dory's there still. Inside to Nem. Into the box. No, Clement wins it back. Oh, still Nem. No ball in. Oh, Zagadou was there. He had the chance. Ah, I don't believe it. Well. 2 points from a possible 6 in this episode. Oh, dearie me. That's gutting. We had the chances, as did Nancy. It could have gone either way, to be honest. Bernardoni gets man of the match, and I'm not surprised about that at all. Oh dear, dearie me. Well, we need to really have a think about what's been going wrong in this episode, because just something hasn't quite felt right. So unfortunately, we couldn't beat Nancy in the Rat Derby, and we stay in 7th with Guingamp chasing us now. They're only 2 points behind us, and with 3 points now off Lille in 6th. But our goal difference is pretty good, and what you have to say is we're not losing games, and we're not conceding loads of goals either. We're just having a little bit of a drought when it comes to scoring them. Oh, Banassa has broken down again. That really doesn't look like it's happening, does it? So there we go. Oh, not a particularly great episode. We're in the same position as we were at the beginning of the episode, still in 7th. And it just didn't quite click today. Didn't quite click. But for it not to click and not to lose points, not to lose games, I think that's got to be applauded in a way. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do we sign another striker? Is Dory's day done? He's not felt great, to be honest. He's felt slow. He's felt his age today. And what are we going to do for a winger? Is Cornet the right one? I just don't think he's quick enough. Hopefully we'll find someone else, because I just don't rate this guy. I don't think he's the answer. He might be, but I just don't think he is. Or Menez as a short-term option. I mean, he would bring a lot more class in terms of passing and finishing. Oh, and then we've got Unal as an option, 77 finishing. Again, I think we would prefer, if he's still available, to get in Diaz. He's still available. Can go back in for him in the next episode. Oh, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in a bit.